All right, so welcome to this QiGong meditation class, Inner Peace, Health, Oneness. Today we're going to practice six-direction lower dantian breathing. And the purpose of this is to really activate vital energy in the lower dantian, or which you can imagine as a sphere of energy in the lower abdomen. And in many systems of traditional Chinese medicine, meditation, Tai Chi, and so on, the instruction is to focus exclusively on the lower dantian, that is so powerful that if you do that and you rest your mind here and you breathe deeply here, everything else will take care of itself. So there's a vital importance to this, being aware of the lower dantian and also being able to relax the lower dantian. So the lower dantian is associated also with the gut brain. So there's a lot of research these days about how there's a whole nervous system in your gut that produces neurotransmitters and that communicates upwards into the brain in your head in a powerful way. There's even more signaling from the gut up to the brain in our heads than there is from the brain in our heads down into our gut. So actually, the gut brain is informing the brain in our heads and how we think and feel. All right, so lower dantian breathing is a wonderful practice to activate a felt sense of the lower dantian. Deep breathing there stimulates the vagus nerve, as I said, and that also facilitates relaxing the digestion, which helps us absorb nutrients. So the idea that the lower dantian is a place of vital energy really makes sense with it being the gut brain, right? Because that's where we absorb our nutrition and that's where we get energy from our food and so on. So we'll move into a six-direction lower dantian breathing, which helps us also to have a feeling of space in all directions. So that's one of the things that people tend to really like about the six-direction lower dantian breathing, is that it helps us to really connect with a feeling of space, but also in space in all different directions. So we can expand out and have a sense of a more open, spacious awareness. All right. So let's begin with standing meditation, and then we'll move into our lower dantian breathing. I'm going to move my chair aside here and just find a comfortable stance. I generally like to have my feet a little wider than shoulder wide. It gives me a really solid, stable stance, but whatever feels comfortable for you in terms of width. And if you look down at the inside edges of your feet, you want them to be parallel with each other. All right. Once you have that, then you just slightly bend your knees and slightly sit down into your hips. So that gives you a real strong sense of connection with the ground and stable support from the ground. And we're going to begin with some subtle movements to just activate sensory awareness and balance. And we're going to begin by shifting the weight side to side. So I want you to shift all your weight down into one leg and then all the way down into the other. And I want you to feel as if the weight of your body is water and you're pouring the water down into one leg and then pouring the water down into the other. And if you use your hands with the side-to-side motion, that can just give you more of a felt sense for energy flow, or this water flow, this weight flow down into one side and down into the other. So really focus into the soles of your feet, into feeling the sensations in the soles of your feet. so that we're awakening sensory awareness. We're getting our minds completely focused into sensation. And as we do that, we're really feeling this flow, feeling this weight shift. The thinking mind begins to quiet. We start to really tune in to a pure sensory awareness. All right, and then come to the center. You can have your hands over the lower dantian, and then we're going to shift the weight forward and back. So forward into the balls of the feet and the toes, and then back into your heels. So again, just really tune in to this feeling of weight shift. And notice how it feels psychologically when you're forward and when you rest back. There's a different feeling of being forward and of resting back. So you can feel how our stance affects the way we feel when you're leaning into something or when you're resting back. Okay, and now allow your weight to settle into the center of both feet. So find points just behind the balls of your feet, right in the center of both feet. And imagine as if you have roots down through the center of your feet, down into the earth. And feel the connection of your knees down through those root points, down into the earth. Feel the connection of your hips, down through your knees, down through those root points. And then feel the connection of the lower abdomen, down through the hips, knees, feet, and ground. So feel that whole arch of support, that whole arch of your stance. And then feel the connection from the lower dantian right up through the core of your body and through the top of your head. And feel as if you have a string attached to the top of your head, drawing your spine gently upright. And see if you can feel all three of those lines at once. So the two lines down, the one line up, all connected right in the lower dantian. And then with the hands over the lower dantian, let's lightly close our eyes. And we're going to do a little preliminary lower dantian breathing while we're standing. So imagine a radiant sphere of energy in the lower abdomen. And imagine there's a glowing pearl of energy concentrated in the center of this sphere. And as you breathe in, imagine and feel that this lower dantian sphere is expanding from the center outwards. And as you breathe out, imagine and feel the relaxation inward and the collecting of the energy in that pearl in the center of the sphere. So breathing in, expansion filling up, breathing out, relaxation inward, the energy concentrating right in the center of the sphere. And see if you can allow your mind to become completely absorbed in feeling these sensations of breathing. in the lower dantian. So everything else fades to the background. And you're only aware of this felt sense of breathing in the lower abdomen. So as you continue lower dantian breathing, see if you can be aware of the moment you begin to inhale. Follow your in-breath until you naturally pause. And then become aware of the moment you begin to exhale. And follow the sensations of breathing out until you naturally pause. So paying attention to those finer details of the breath helps you to become fully absorbed in the sensations of breathing. So you're really noticing, you're paying attention, and you're feeling. Imagine and feel that your breath is feeding the energy of the lower dantian sphere, so it glows warmer and brighter, and it feels alive and full of energy. And allow your breathing to become quiet, subtle, and soft. Notice as your breathing quiets down, the mind quiets down. The emotions calm. Okay, good. Now rest your hands down at your sides. Just let your arms hang loosely right from your shoulders, like wet noodles. No tension in your arms. And begin to gently bounce up and down on the balls of your feet. So your heels are raising up and down off the ground. It can be a very subtle motion, or it can be bigger, whatever feels good to you. See if you can feel the vibration of your heels hitting the ground, and feel that vibration traveling up through your legs, up through your torso, your head, and your arms, through all your muscles and bones, through all your internal organs. So let your whole body shake loose. couple minutes a day of this bouncing, shaking out motion is a great way to release tension. It also boosts circulation of blood and lymphatic fluid, bringing oxygen and nutrients into your cells, releasing toxins, clearing them out of your cells. It boosts your vital energy. Boost your immune system. And if you're not used to it, your calves might start burning. If you do this consistently, you'll find they condition to it. So just another 30 seconds or so. It's really allowing any tension in your body to shake free, any areas that feel tight. Allow them to shake loose and let go. All right, and now stop and be as still as you can be. Feel your body as a whole from the inside. Feel the entire space inside your skin. And notice if anywhere feels warm or tingling, maybe more present, more relaxed. So perhaps your palms and fingers. And allow that feeling of relaxation and energy, that tingling aliveness to spread out through your whole body, through the entire space inside your skin, and out through your skin. Just feel this aliveness, this life energy. And enjoy and appreciate that feeling of presence, of aliveness. And slowly open your eyes, and we'll gently shake out your arms and your legs. Try to shake out your arms from the shoulders through your hands, your legs from the hips down through your feet. And shake out. All right, good. Now let's take our seats again. And we'll move into our lower dantian breathing, 6 direction practice. So begin again by looking down and seeing that the inside edges of your feet are parallel with each other. And if it's comfortable for you, sit forward on the front edge of your seat, so your perineum's on the front edge. And if you want back support, you can sit back. And then we'll cup our hands with the tips of our thumbs touching each other. Rest your hands in your lap. And lightly close your eyes. Allow your shoulders to relax down. Be present in your seat. And just take a moment to notice how you feel. If you could sum up this feeling in a word, a phrase, or an image, what would this be? And consider your intention for your practice. Why is this important to you? Consider that your practice is not just for you, that it extends out to your loved ones, to everyone you interact with, and even more widely throughout the collective consciousness and all that is. Your state of consciousness, your practice makes a difference to all of us, to the whole. So consider dedicating your practice to the well-being of all beings. Now focus down into the soles of your feet. And again, feel the sensations of contact of your feet on the ground. Allow your feet and your toes to soften and relax, as if they're melting down into the earth. Feel the grounded presence of the earth. Feel that sense of grounded presence up through your shins and calves, up through your knees, through your upper legs, through your hips, and your pelvic bowl resting in your seat. Feel that open space of your pelvic bowl resting down in your seat. Now focus into your palms and your fingers. And allow your hands to soften and relax, as if they are melting down into your legs. As your hands relax, allow your arms and shoulders to relax down, releasing any tension in your shoulders, your neck, and your head. And again, imagine that string attached to the top of your head, drawing your spine gently upright, giving you a feeling of vertical spaciousness from your perineum and tailbone right up through the core of your body, up through your spine, and right up through the top of your head. Notice how it feels to sit more upright. You might notice a tingling aliveness at the top of your head, a sense of being more awake and aware. And tuck your chin just slightly to gently lengthen the back of your neck. Rest your tongue up on the roof of your mouth, with the tip of your tongue touching the gum line behind your upper front teeth. Soften and relax your tongue here. And as you feel this relaxation, smile, a subtle smile of calm happiness, of appreciation and gratitude for this time together to relax deeply and feel connected to the life energy within us and all around us. Feel connected with all of life. Allow this feeling of calm happiness to relax your face. Relax your eyes. Release any tension from your eyebrows and your forehead. Allow this feeling of smiling to wash down through your whole body from the top of your head, down through your brain, your ears, your face, down through your neck, down through your shoulders, arms, and hands, down through your chest and upper back, down through your abdomen and lower back, and down through your hips, your legs, your feet, and down into the ground. And now focus into your lower abdomen, into that radiant sphere of energy there, with the glowing pearl in the center of that sphere. Imagine and feel this sphere is breathing, so that as you breathe in, it expands from the center outwards in all directions. And as you breathe out, it relaxes inward to the center, and the energy concentrates in the center, in that glowing pearl. Once again, allow your attention to become completely absorbed in the felt sensations of this breathing sphere, expanding from the center outwards in all directions as you inhale, until you naturally pause, and then relaxing inward to the center, the energy concentrating in the center as you exhale, until you naturally pause. Again, imagine that your breath is feeding this sphere of energy so it glows warmer and brighter and feels alive and full of energy. Now we're going to imagine and feel the sphere expanding in 6 different directions, one at a time, beginning with inhaling and feeling the sphere expand forward. And then exhaling, feeling it relax into the center. And then breathing in, expanding backward. And then into the center as you exhale. Breathing in, out to the left. And back to the center as you exhale. And breathing in, out to the right. Back to the center as you exhale. Breathing in, feeling expansion upward. And down to the center as you exhale. Then breathing in, expanding downward. And up to the center as you exhale. So continue in these 6 directions: forward, back, left, right, up, down, at whatever pace feels good to you. You may notice certain directions expand more easily than others. You may notice certain directions are easier to go farther out than others. And just allow it to be as it is. And continue breathing in these 6 directions. And see if you can let go of any idea about trying to do this right. And just allow it to happen. Allow a natural expansion in each direction and back to the center. Allow it to happen effortlessly at just the right pace for you. Now, wherever you are in the process, allow yourself to complete one more cycle of 6 directions. And whenever you finish that cycle of 6, return to inhaling and the sphere expanding outward in all directions as you breathe in. And relaxing into the center as you breathe out. And as you return to expansion in all directions, notice if there's any difference after doing the 6 directions in how this feels. And now, as you breathe in, feel as if your whole body is filling up. And as you breathe out, your whole body empties out. Now feel as if you're breathing in through the skin around your whole body. And breathing out through the skin around your whole body. Now feel as if your skin dissolves and the whole space of your room is breathing in, filling up, expanding, and breathing out. Feel this whole space is breathing. And feel as if the walls of your room dissolve and this space extends infinitely in all directions. And this infinite space is breathing in and breathing out. The universal breath, breathing all of us into being. Rest in this gentle rhythm of the universal breath. this infinite breath, the breath of infinite space. Now allow your breathing to become very subtle, quiet, and soft. Until it begins to dissolve into this infinite space. And let go of breathing. And feel this infinite space extending in all directions. Feel out to the edges of this space. And beyond that, and beyond that. This boundless space of awareness. This space with no beginning and no end. Let go and rest as boundless awareness. Prior to any content, prior to thinking, prior to experiences, prior even to space and time. Rest as vast, open, boundless awareness. Still, silent, spacious. Let go and rest as awareness itself. That within which all experiences arise. Vast and open. Dimensionless. And now feel the space of your body within this vast open space. Your body is like an opening within this space, a place where awareness has experiences from a certain perspective. Feel this openness of your body within this open space as an expression of this boundless space. So there's no separation between you and everything else. Feel the presence of your body. And notice how you feel. If you could sum up this feeling in a word, a phrase, or an image, what would this be? Record this feeling together with your word, phrase, or image in every cell of your body so you remember it. And bring it with you. Share it with others and can return to it anytime. This is your natural state of being. Present, open, aware. An expression of the one life we all share. Connected to everything and everyone. Now feel the top of your head. You might feel that tingling aliveness there. Feel your hands in your lap. Feel the openness in your hands. And feel your feet firmly on the ground. And staying very still, slowly open your eyes. Become aware of the space all around you, together with the space inside, as one space of awareness. One space of presence. And take a few moments to allow the experience to integrate. And if you want to move around, move with this sense of presence and awareness. Aware of your environment with fresh openness. And thank you for your practice.